And good morning, welcome back. Monday morning, rebounding stocks. Here we go. All right, let's see if I remember how to do this. Microphone is on. Okay, everything looks good. I walked in here this morning. It was like a foreign country walking in here. I didn't know what was going on. So 900-point Dow sell-off on Friday, and the market closed at 1 o'clock. Worst day since October of 2020. So terrifying. Okay, not really. Futures are up about 300 points. They're recovering about a third. S&P's up about 1%. NASDAQ up about 1%. So we'll see what's going to happen this week. I don't really expect anything. Everybody's talking about this new Omicron virus. Hey, whatever you want to roll with. But for you day traders, where are we? Here we go. Moderna, the last I looked, Moderna's up 20% this morning because they said that they're going to have a vaccine for early 2022 for this virus. Now, so I don't know. Guys, I'm one of those people. I'm just going to live with it, and whatever happens, happens. It doesn't bother me. With that being said, I started to read a little bit about what this is, and basically, the doctor who discovered it in, I believe, South Africa, I read his quotes just to get it from the horse's mouth. He said, the symptoms are you don't get a sore throat, you get a scratchy throat. The symptoms are very light compared to the original coronavirus, novel 19, whatever the hell they call it. So this one, I don't know. I mean, can you really run a world/country while you're doing this? I don't know, but here we go. Anyways, they're going to do it anyway. So week ahead, jobs numbers come out on Friday, the real jobs numbers, the non-farm payrolls. So we'll see what that's going to look like. Jerome Powell is going to, and Janet Yellen, they're going to testify Tuesday to the Senate Banking Committee. So that'll be interesting to see. And then, of course, Friday is the jobs numbers, like I just said, which is expected to show an additional 550,000 jobs in the last month. So we'll see. And then we have a lot of disruptive places reporting this week as for Snowflake, Marvel, CRM, Get Salesforce Inc. report. That is an unbelievable name. First thing I did when I went to get a LLC is I came up with the most creative and confusing name that I could possibly think of. And I was like, this is what I want it to be. Will interest rates go up in 2022? Don't bet on it. This is from a Wall Street Journal person. They said there's two ways that that the next few years could play out in the economy. Under the less likely scenario, Jerome Powell's second term will become Paul Volcker's 2.0. And so those of you that don't know, Paul Volcker, he was the chairman of the Fed back in the 70s, 80s, early 80s, when inflation was like at 17, 25, whatever percentage, and you were getting interest rates on a home for 17 to 19%. So that is what they're going to start the unlikely scenario that happens to Powell. So they have created a mess and they're going to need to address it. So what's the other situation? More likely, especially in the light of renewed COVID concerns, suggests that investors are assuming too much policy action. For all of Powell's talk to deal with tools to deal with inflation, there is really one: raising the interest rates. Tightening monetary policy didn't go so well the last time it was tried before the pandemic. Now, they started raising the interest rates in 2000, and I think it was Q4 2018. I think they raised it at 1/4 basis point. I think my timeline is correct. Somebody can confirm that for me. It was either Q4 of 18 or Q1 of 19. I really can't remember, but I remember sitting at my dining room table watching his speech when he did it, and the market tanked, and then it just started ripping again as per usual. But it never fails. When Jerome Powell speaks, markets fall. There is a catch, however. If the Fed resists raising rates in 2022 by enough to douse inflation, Yardeni says officials will have to move the goalposts. In that case, he expects Powell to raise the interest rates no more than twice in the second half of 22, predicts the Fed will change its longstanding inflation target to 3% from 2%. I can't believe they're not doing that already. The optics of them changing their interest rate from 3 up to 3 from 2 would create something very interesting. That's all I have to say about that. All right, Black Friday in stores. So what did I get on Black Friday? Oh, I got the Oculus. That thing is incredible. So I put it on and I stood in my foyer and I drew the circle around myself and I started boxing. It was the most terrifying thing. First of all, if you're a boxer, you are crazy. This guy, he was huge. He's ripped, and I'm standing in a ring, and like you look to the side, and there's fans up there, and you look up, and there's a jumbotron, and you look up, and it's insane. You look down, your feet are there, and there's this massive shredded man in front of me who is punching me. You boxers are nuts. That's all I have to say. You guys are nuts. I don't know who would ever want to do that. It was scary enough. The guy kept punching me, and I kept thinking I was going to feel the impact. That would be pretty cool if you felt a little vibration on your face. But so I bought a golf game also. I have not tried it yet. And I got a baseball game also, and I haven't tried it yet. But the boxing one was sweet. I was out of breath after one round, which is 3 minutes, and that's going to be pretty sweet. So Black Friday shopping in stores dropped 28% from pre-pandemic levels as shoppers spread spending throughout the season. Okay. Traffic at retail stores on Black Friday dropped 28% compared to 2019. It's actually not that surprising. Traffic was up 47.5% compared to levels a year ago, also not surprising. It's clear shoppers are shopping earlier this year. Anytime that there was a sale that I saw this year, I bought it early. I actually did not buy anything on Black Friday because everything was out. Did I break anything? No, but there was a ladder in front of me because Nicole was putting up a Christmas tree and there's glitter all over the floor. But besides that, I was afraid to punch the ladder. I did not punch the ladder and everything is fine. Let's see. The peak time for Black Friday was 1 to 3 p.m. and that's because everybody was closed basically. On Thanksgiving Day, brick and mortar stores cratered 90.4%. But if you look at it, retailers like Target, Walmart, Best Buy opted to close their doors for Thursday, and they didn't open until Friday. Online retailers rang up $8.9 billion, down from last year's $9 billion. It marked the first time ever that growth reversed from the prior year. Adobe said that $5.1 billion was spent on the internet on Thanksgiving Day, and they're forecasting $10.2 to $11.3 billion in sales for today. So get on it. How much was the Oculus on Black Friday? It was $400, and they gave me a $50 credit to buy games. So those games are, I don't know, what are they? 10 to $10 to $30 I was seeing. Now, of course, I was seeing discounted prices, and honestly, I wasn't really paying attention. I bought the machine. What am I going to do? Not buy any games? Moderna we did. Let me scroll here. Speaking of which, where'd Bill Ackman go? Bill Ackman. So Bill Ackman manages the hedge fund Pershing Capital. I believe they manage about $13 billion in assets under management. He became famous. Well, he's an activist investor, but the reason he became famous in the last, call it 2 years, is because he went on CNBC during one of those days where the stock market was down like 3 or 4% in the midst of everything falling in February or March of 2020. And he went on CNBC and he started saying, hell is coming. And he was literally crying on CNBC. A couple of days after that, after he was instating fear in everybody, he went and sold, I think it was, they kept saying he had insurance positions. I have to think that he was selling puts on stuff. I just have to think that. And that was his insurance policy, but no one really knows. And he made $2 billion off of, I think it was 250 or 260 or 600 million. It was a very minuscule number compared to the $2 billion that he profited. So, and then he did urge the president at the time to shut down the country for 30 days. So it was very interesting. I like when Bill cried on CNBC. That was an amazing interview. Well, it's too soon to have definitive. This is Bill Ackman. Too soon to have definitive data, and he's talking about this new virus. Earlier data suggests that the Omicron virus causes mild to moderate symptoms. That's from the physician's mouth. Less severity but is more transmissible. He said in a tweet on Sunday, if this turns out to be true, this is bullish, not bearish for markets. COVID symptoms linked to Omicron. Okay, I'm just going to call it OM. Variant have been described as extremely mild by the South African doctor who raised alarms over the new strain days after the interview. Yep. So that's it. And Bill Ackman, he does want tapering faster than normal. We already did that story. Now we got one more. Okay, let's go to disruption. We have so much disruption this morning, it's not even going to be funny. And smash the like button for me. Peloton, this is the most unbelievable article I've ever read. Peloton, this is just irresponsible is what it is. I mean, this is telling new investors, well, you'll see what he's saying. Peloton has tumbled from its peak. What to do with your beaten down shares? Basically what he said, I'm just summarizing what happened. If you don't know what Peloton is, I don't know what rock you live under, but the company enjoyed extraordinary success during the pandemic, only to be undone by the manufacturing woes. And then everybody went back to gyms and the stock price tanked, and it was at like $171. Now it's like $50. With that being said, listen to what this guy said. Investors who bought Peloton at higher prices could double up on the stock to reset the cost base as a position and potentially recovery. The deadline to buy a stock and capture losses for the year is November 30th. After that date, there won't be enough time to avoid internal revenue service wash sale, which restricts the loss deductions. So basically, he's saying sell your stock, harvest the losses, and then go buy more Peloton. How is this a story? I mean, this guy. Is this guy have an email? The editors at Barron.com. And who wrote this article? Steven Sears is going to get an email from me because this is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Who goes on a major website and says, "Hey, hype dork, sell it, take a tax harvest, and then go buy more of this BS"? What is wrong with these people? Speaking of BS, Fisker unveils the world's most sustainable vehicle. We got a new one, baby. Oh, we got a new one. Sell your Tesla, sell your Rivian, sell your Lucid, buy Fisker. We got the most sustainable vehicle in the world, and EVs are back, and back like you've never seen them before. Fisker wants this car to be the most sustainable on the planet, and they're going to call it the Ocean. So the idea is that you make up a sustainable vehicle, you get a solar roof that gives you 1,500 miles per year. Wow. Fully vegan interior with recycled materials. Well, that means fake leather made of garbage. Even all the carpets are made from recycled plastic, and fishing nets from the ocean, and carbon fiber elements of the car, and the wheels are from, you guessed it, recycled. So they're selling you a car of garbage, basically. Okay, disruptive. Elon Musk urges employees to reduce costs of vehicle deliveries. Amid the ongoing constraints of rising shipping, CEO Tesla CEO Elon Musk urged employees on Friday in a company-wide email obtained by CNBC to look for ways to reduce the cost of electric vehicles to consumers and their delivery costs. Rather than rushing them out last minute, let's get them out earlier. Okay, last week, for example, newly public competitor Rivian notified people who have reserved the R1S, the utility vehicle. That thing's actually pretty cool. The truck is cooler, though, of delivery delays. During the first 3 quarters, Tesla has already reported deliveries of 627,350 vehicles. And since the start of 21, the company has not provided a clear target for 2021 vehicles, but Tesla has reiterated its looser guidance for 50% average annual growth in vehicle deliveries. So here's the email from old Elon, and wow, he's a savage. Yeah. All right, that's it for today, I think. Yep. Follow us on Instagram at TraderMo_EM, at Paul Gabriel, at Seth Kirchanen. And yeah, that's it. Okay. What do we got here? What's the market doing now? Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that jump. 70 points in the last couple of minutes. All right. So the yields, yeah, those things just sunk. The yields on Friday sunk. They're going to probably be a tick higher today. But when they do, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna read Seth's text after this. But when they do, when you get fear in the market, the yields drop. So Tesla's delivery process is to hand you a key in a parked car. Okay. So I went to Tesla last Monday. It was the most astonishing thing I've ever seen. I walk into the dealership. There's like 2 people standing in there. Then I'm going to say something else. 2 people standing in there. The guy's like, hey, what can I help you with? I said, I have a delivery. He pulls out 2 keys. There's 2 white Teslas in there. He presses one. It unlocks it. It's mine. He's like, there's your car. There's 3 pieces of paperwork to fill out inside. Go sit inside of your car, sign those papers, and you can leave. And that's what happened. And I was gone within like 2 minutes. And if it wasn't for having to sign the paperwork for the state of Ohio, I think I would have been out there in 30 seconds because I had to figure out how to put the car in drive. But it could have been less. So that was crazy. Also, going on Elon's story about those delivery costs. So I bought my car $86,000 out the door, including tax. Good. Okay. The guy next to me, he ordered the car, I think it was about 15 days after I posted my order. And mine was about 7.5 months ago. So his was probably 7 months ago, something like that. His car was $106,000 out the door with tax. That's how much cars have gone up. That's how much the Tesla cars have gone up. $20,000. He showed me his bill and we compared. Goodness gracious, 20 grand more. All right. Anybody reporting? So this thing, Salesforce reports tomorrow. Hewlett-Packard reports tomorrow. Snowflake, CrowdStrike Wednesday. DocuSign Thursday. Express, Kroger, Ulta, Marvel Technology, Smith & Wesson. Big Lots reports on Friday, and Hibbett Sports. I'm just reading off some of the ones that you guys know about. All right. Let's I just choked on my own spit from reading this comment from HP. Do you think Tesla stock is now justified that you own one? No. Okay. If you want to buy the software, come on over, everythingmoney.com. With what I'm going to show you in a second, you get 8 pillars. Retirement calculator, stock analyzer tool, the 8 pillars portfolio, which you build your own ETF, all of the news that comes on the website. Hey, this guy's from right down the road in Independence. And all of our videos are posted here. So click Join EM, come on over. $29 a month gets you access to all of the software that I just showed you, plus the Discord community of 7,000 plus people. If you want to join the Bid and Ask Nation and learn to trade with me, and we're going to run through a bunch of stocks right now, $79 a month gets you access to that. You get access to the Employed Trader series. You get access to this Trading 101 series, my monthly seminars, and I think I'll probably do one this Saturday, I think. And the Discord community, 900 people. If you want to join Paul's Super Shorts, $500 a month gets you into that tier. Very exclusive tier, 40 people. Me and Paul talking to everybody. $750 gets you a one-on-one session, and I do have one today with a gentleman named Tyler at 1:30, and that is going to be great. We're talking trading, portfolio size, options, etc. He actually came prepared and sent me an email first, so that was really nice. And if you want to do a real estate deal with Paul, $10,000 for 4 hours of his time. so you don't end up like with probably what Kathy Wood does when she buys a house. Under Wawa. All right, guys, give me some stocks and we'll run through them. So when the yields drop, people buying treasuries back because they don't want their money in the banking system or the stock market. Let me think about that question. I'm not really thinking right now. I'm just kind of moving. Didn't they check ID? Did they check my ID? Yeah, they checked my ID. I have a question. Is the gap in stock chart always filled even after years? I wouldn't say it's always filled. I say gaps always fill, but I mean gaps fill like 90% of the time. So obligatory Baba stock check. Building is on fire. Everything is fine. Marvel, please. Hey Mo, would you recommend we look at a stock today? Yeah, why not? Uncle Paul, can we? Okay, I don't know what that means. Why do you keep calling me Paul? Oh no, this is Kenny. It's not. All right. Let's just do Baba. Get it out of the way. Oh my God, Alibaba's up pre-market. Celebrate good times. Come on. All right. So your trend is down. You finally have a reversal over here. Keep a watch on this thing. You're going to fill this gap eventually. So get in on this from a swing trading perspective. Volume is starting to turn into a little bit more buying than selling. So we'll see if that trend continues today. CCL. Everyone was talking about CCL. They were down 10% on Friday. I'm not so sure that downtrendness is done. The gap will fill, but who knows when. It's up about 6% this morning, I think. So we'll see if it gaps up here, and let's see if it moves back down today. But if you want to do something with CCL, I would strictly go ahead and day trade this. I wouldn't even get in on this. One-on-one session with Trader Mo will end up being different now that he has an Oculus Boxer. Yeah, if you want to box me, bring it. Just kidding. I got my ass kicked yesterday. Not even kidding. That was a very quick round. I got knocked out, and I had no idea what was happening. I think well, never mind. All right. Pre-market Home Depot. So what you're going to do with Home Depot, if you are so inclined to short this, wait until this red line and yellow gets into the sweet spot. Maybe you can get a little bit of short down, maybe to the 25-day moving average, but I probably doubt it. I bet it would go down to maybe $400 a share and then swoop back up. But if you want to do anything long-term, you got to wait till you break out to a new all-time high. That's what you got to do. VWO, Ray Dalio bought a ton of it. It's an emerging market ETF. You know, Ray Dalio loves emerging markets. Vanguard emerging market. Okay. One thing I will say about Ray Dalio, he's often early, not wrong. Yeah. I don't know. If you want to do it, go for it. HP, since earnings are soon, is this Hewlett? You on Hewlett Packard, right? Or are you on Guys, when you type HP to me, like I get confused. Are you talking about HPQ or this HP? Well, we need ticker symbols here. So I'm just going to go with HP because we go with ticker symbols on this show. So down right now, it is definitely at some kind of support level, and it dipped below that support level on Friday, which is no surprise. So it spiked up a little bit today. I would just watch it over here on a daily chart and try to get this thing running up. Okay. Neo, please. Whatever you like. Neo's consolidating hard. Let's see what's happening. It's just stuck below all of these major moving averages, which is no really surprise. Volume is actually pretty decent. So it's going to hang at this 100. See if it can hang here. It'll probably bounce and stay in this area, which it's been doing for the past. With the exception of these little blips up and down, you'll be all right with Neo. Again, I'm not a big long-term player on Neo, though. Activision, HPQ. Whoops, HPQ. All right, so the gap up on... So this is to me, it's a very over-dramatized move. I do think that this thing is going to come right back down to this 32 level, and then it'll probably start to create these Ws and start moving up to this 36, 34 level again. So that's what I think is going to happen with this. I do think this thing is going to turn on you. That reaction on Friday or Thursday or whatever day it was a little bit dramatic, but what do I know? Disney. Oh my goodness. Disney just keeps going. Now let's see. Are we creating M formations? That's the question. Or is this just a straight line down? No, this is beautiful. This is a great looking short. Guys, if you're looking to learn how to short, this is it. Pull back. moves down, pullback, moves down, pullback, moves down. This is creating a beautiful M formations moving down, and this is exactly what you want to see when you are shorting. It's picture perfect. It's picture perfect. Let's see. Yep, it filled that gap. This thing is just going to... You know what's funny about Disney? Disney's stock is just incredible. It is a company that shut down 40 to 45%, I can't remember the exact number, maybe it was 41%, of its business and revenue during COVID, and the stock rallied to all-time highs. Now shops, the parks and stuff are back open, and the stock price is moving down. So they're finally starting to generate money again, and here we go with, here we go. I don't know. All right. Is every point on the M a future resistance point? Yes, it is. Very good question. Very good question. Yes, it is. EA Sports. It's in the game. Gora. Good question on that day trading. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so EA Sports. Excuse me. EA Sports is holding a very nice resistance point here. The 1, 2, sit at it again. Here it had a lot of consolidation. So this is holding a nice resistance point. What I would do is just throw it over here on a daily chart and look to get a little bit of a swing trade out of this. I think that would be a beautiful trade that you could probably get going here. So, all right, I want to show you guys how to find stocks to day trade. So the thing that you got to do is you got to come over here and you got to start looking at the betas. So I'm going to go to SPY first. So beta basically tells you the volatility of a stock. So if you look at the beta here, the beta is 1 on the S&P because that is the benchmark. So let's go to a square. You're going to have on beta, where is it? 2.35. So whatever the market moves, this will move 2.35. So you always want to look for companies that have a little bit of a higher beta than 2 because it'll give you that volatility that you need. Where's the beta here on, no, not PayPal. I wanted LABU. LABU, where's the beta? 3.69, so that moves a lot. So you want to look for companies that have a beta between 2 and 4%, and those are the best ones to go in day trade. Mo, can you do Mo? You guys know I like when you ask in creative ways. Okay, so I'm zooming out because I want to see what resistance and support levels we have. And you can see that we have so much consolidation in this price point. And we're sitting right there. So I don't necessarily think that we're going to drop below this 43 level unless everything falls apart. So I would just, if you want to throw a tracker share on here, because let's look at this. Look at what we have going on here with our stochastic. It looks like it's kind of turning up. So I would probably throw a tracker share on and see if this thing can start to move. Worst case scenario, Altria Group goes out of business. You lose $43.95. And that's that. So, okay. What are your thoughts on KR going into earnings? Well, you know I don't like trading earnings. I think their earnings are Thursday, December 2nd. Sounds about right. Double check me on that. I think their earnings are on Thursday. I would not trade earnings. To be honest with you, I would be taking profits right now. With that wick that we had on Friday, running up there and then covering down here, I would probably be taking profits going into this 43.50 area. That's how I would play that, and then wait to see what happens on Friday. I mean Thursday, and roll with it. We want to see WWE. Wow. Again, I can't remember. I can't believe this company is public, but whatever. Okay, is this 2019? So I was looking to see if it was a 50%er, and it's not. So that's good. All right, here's your issue. You're below 4 major moving averages right here. That's the bad thing. The good thing is you're pretty far below this 100-day moving average. So if you wanted to, if this starts moving into the sweet spot, the red line and the yellow line, you can probably run this up and try to run it right into the 100-day moving average and make a little bit of dough on it. But it's a very tough stock to trade. If you want to short it, you probably could. If you get an engulfing candlestick down, you could probably short this, and I would try to run this thing into like $46, maybe $47. That's exactly what I would do. This is a really good looking stock to short. MRNA. Day trade City. Guys, if you think this is normal and it's going to last, you're outside your mind. Gap, 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 gap. I could make a really crude joke right now, but I won't. There's going to be another gap this morning. So this thing is going to come right back down. You're getting some excitement because they said they're going to come out with a vaccine for this new thing and in 2022. So if you believe that, whatever. Intel. I'm not saying that they're not going to come out with the vaccine for it, but I am saying that price point won't last. All right. In the near term. All right. Here is a big, scary looking gap that needs to fill the top part of it. So we'll see if we can get some kind of rollover on Intel, get this thing running up. What is the average volume here? 29 million trades a day. You know, you would think you would have a better looking chart with Intel, but you don't. So just keep sitting on it. Keep waiting. Love. Okay, where are we with 45 bucks? So if they do any kind of travel bans, shutdowns, anything like that, keep a watch on these things to go short, because the optics of it will be that they're going to get beat up pretty badly. And then if they actually do institute travel bans, then for real, you might have issues. So, okay, Pfizer. So of course, because Moderna said they need a vaccine, Pfizer said they need a vaccine. So why not go and day trade them, guys? You gapped up on Friday on concerns of the new strand jump, and then you get another jump today. So this is looking good. Now, I will say, use stops, because just as easy as this thing jumps up and the market's now open, this thing can jump back down. So just be careful with this and use stops, because it can certainly go against you. All right, what else do we have? Give me two more stocks, and then I'm going to get out of here. BMY. So BMY was setting up very nicely, and no bueno. So BMY did start to make that little nice run, and this is why, guys, this is a perfect example. This is why when you start getting a stock price moving from, this was about $57 and it ran to 60, and you're saying, Mo, why are you not just getting in this for a long-term trade? Swing trade? Why not? Have fun. But long-term, if we're not in the sweet spot in this area, there's no confidence and confirmation that this thing is going to move up. You have a lower probability that it's going to happen. So with that being said, this thing moved up nicely. You could have swung it, and then boom, we're down here. We're in the $56 range below anything. So just stick to the rules. All right, last one. Give me one more stock. Some bank stocks. Why not? HSBC. Let's see what we have with HSBC. What is this? Is this some kind of, are they in the United States? Or obviously I know HSBC, but I don't know what exchange they're traded on. That's my question. So it says New York Stock Exchange. Why is there these gaps all over the place? You know what? I'm going to do a different bank. I'm going to do Goldman Sachs just for the sake of doing a bank. So Goldman is consolidating hard, downtrend right now, but that's not surprising. Banks lead markets, so we're going to see where everything goes. I can definitely see this trend moving back up today. And it's just sitting, even on Friday, you can see that it kind of held the 100-day moving average. So it hung in there tight. So we're going to see what's going to happen with Goldman and really any bank. If we pull up, let's pull up XLF. This is the ETF for the spiders. It looks exactly like the chart that I just pulled up for Goldman Sachs. So we're going to keep a watch on this, and we'll go from there. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you guys back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. There's so much disruption out there today. Enjoy it. Bye.